Hello, my name is Sierra, and right now we're going to be talking a little bit about what it took and what went into the design decisions behind this particular PDF, which at the moment holds a lot of information, often referred to as an infographic, about college students and marriage and how that stacks against the population currently my age. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give the design principles and define them as we go along. So let's get into it. The 7 design principles in this situation are proximity, visual hierarchy, alignment, closure, similarity and anomaly, color harmony, contrast, and fonts. I want us to talk a little bit about talking about proximity. Proximity is kind of the science and art of closeness, which basically implies relation. So in this situation, if I want information to look like it belongs to one another, I'm going to place them close to each other so that I can imply that the two of these are meant to be seen together. For example, you'll see my mouse hover over my US female population attending and US male population attending. That brings us real quick into visual hierarchy, which basically means that important things need to be bigger and supporting information needs to be smaller. Oftentimes that's the situation with color as well, but we can get into that in a second. In this situation, the largest object that I want to be visible is my conclusion down here at the bottom, which is the largest infographic with the largest color block. The next important thing is alignment, which basically is the science of putting your stuff where it goes, lining things up, particularly the edges of things, if only so that things are neat, tidy, and easy to read. Or if you're compulsive, like me, just for the sake of sanity. That brings us real close up into closure. Closure, like emotional closure, things need to come to an end. And in my personal opinion, the largest object on the page needs to be the conclusion, almost as if that's the thing you see first, and the rest of the information supports how you got there. In this situation, my infographic holds the entire US population from top to bottom, and then gives the 33% of people who attend college an even smaller amount of those who actually graduate. It's a stark reality. The next thing I would like to discuss is similarity, often referred to as rhythm, and anomaly. The definition behind this is that one of these things is not like the other. As humans, we have the tendency to gravitate and notice the things that are different, which is a strong thing that you can take advantage of, especially when you want something like this large letter or word situation to stand out. It is about the same size roughly of these 2 blocks, but it's made entirely out of words. And it's not inside a block, which draws my attention to it almost immediately. When you see an anomaly, make it count. One of the last few things I'd like to discuss is color harmony and contrast. They kind of work together. Things don't have to be the same in order to make the other better. Blue and yellow are primaries, and they're an analogous complement, which basically means that when you put that color when you put blue next to yellow, the 2 colors make one another stronger. One of the things I've done for the blue and the yellows, I've actually lowered the opacity because if they were at full strength, they would be difficult to read. I wanted these colors to be easy on the eye. That's often referred to as readability. But on the other side of things, blue and yellow really do grab your attention, which is the purpose of having color harmony and contrast. You want things to stand out on their own. And the last thing I wanted to discuss was fonts. Actually, to keep things simple, everything on this page is Calibri. Calibri Bold or Calibri Light. I just thought, let's keep it simple today. Thank you so much for your time.